Welcome back. You're still watching Robbie Minds, and I'm joined now by superstar, Nollywood's finest. I was gonna say Nollywood's bad boy, but I don't know if you're a bad boy. Are you a good or a bad boy?
I'm a good boy.
That's how you put God in your name.
I'm a good boy.
My Godson, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Very well. Good to see you. Thanks a lot for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Doing great things in the industry. How long have you been in the industry for?
I've been around for a while, actually. I've been around for, I got my break in 2010, actually. Okay. Yeah, I did a movie called 7 Books of Moses, and it just went everywhere. So I've been around since that time, yeah.
So we're talking at least 10 years?
Yeah.
What's the biggest change you've noticed in 10 years in the industry?
A lot has changed, actually. I mean, I tell people that Nollywood has traveled into different territories around the world, putting us on that global map, and I'm actually very happy to be part of this change. Our productions are better. We have very strong and enlightened filmmakers in the business right now. We have a lot of investors. So a lot has changed, actually. Yeah.
So we have talked a lot about money and investment and all of that
right.
in this episode so far. And I want to hear from you now as an actor, because there's always this conversation about, there's a lot of money in Nollywood. We hear billions of dollars, 5% of GDP or whatever percentage it is. But a lot of actors still complain a lot about the fact that it doesn't seem to reflect in their pockets. What is the case, and why do you think that is?
Well, I tell people that Nollywood is big business. I tell people that in terms of entertainment, Nollywood is a big market, and we have, over the years, I think we have attracted investors down here. We have strong or huge content acquisitors who fund most of our productions, and they get producers. They get producers and give them monies to put together like productions for TV. Yeah. I myself, I'm going to speak for myself now. I don't know about other actors, but I've been working, and I get paid, and I want to believe that if you're smart in the industry, right, you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket, right? If you have a flair for other careers, I think you should also do them. Like myself, I'm a businessman. I'm not just an actor. Yeah. I have a company I run. So if I'm not making money in the industry, I have somewhere else I'm making money. So I think it's a general problem that it's actually a big puzzle that I don't know how to crack it. Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, it's a little curious. You hear people in other industries. I mean, Hollywood is a high benchmark, but I mean, with Hollywood, you hear actors who do a movie a year, and they're good, and they disappear, and Bollywood is even doing amazing things now. How do you think this money conversation can start shifting to a place where, I mean, you guys put in a lot of work? And like we know now, it's a very popular industry. It's #2 in the world. Right. We see the numbers on Netflix where people are watching from amazing, strange countries, right. The kind of interest that Nollywood has. So the eyeballs are there. Right. So what do you think needs to start happening for your pockets to start, being as happy?
Now, speaking about, you made mention of Hollywood. I think we haven't gotten to that level yet. Yeah. We're still doing our own stories, our type of stories. Yeah. Do you understand? Which is very relatable to us as a people. I feel like we're still growing, and I want to be very hopeful that one day we'll get to that point where...
It's a slow growth, you don't think?
It is a slow growth, actually, because as an actor, people expect to see you a certain way. They expect you to drive big cars, you're supposed to live in a big house, but it's not really like that. Do you understand? Forget about the hype, forget about everything. I feel like if you work hard enough, you should be able to live right, but not... They shouldn't see people like the Dangotes of this world. Do you understand? But I'm being hopeful that over time things will get better. Yeah.
There's a lot of accusations with actors now, especially the younger ones like you who are in the industry now, about the fact that there's a lot more emphasis on the show than the business. They call some of you, maybe not you, sort of Instagram actors, where there's a lot more emphasis on, putting out the pictures and the gloss, right. Why not sort of perfecting your craft? Right. Do you think that's a fact? Do you think that's a problem?
You called it show business. Yes. Right now, some people say there's the show and there's the business. Now, some people tell you, oh, they have to show to get, the business part done. I've never been that actor who thinks like that.
You have over 1 million followers, I believe. I'm not accusing you of that.
Right.
But I mean, you have over 1 million followers. There must be a perception of you or why they follow you for that. Your page is quite impressive. You show off yourself. Do you feel the need to do that part?
I don't feel the need. I feel like I'm being myself.
Yes.
If you look at me from when I started acting up until now, I've always been myself. I don't try to show off. I'm one of those actors who don't really put out things or put out my achievements for the world to see, because I feel like it doesn't concern anybody. So I'm myself. I don't have to show you anything, but it doesn't mean I don't have them. Did you understand? So I feel like people who feel comfortable in that space and they feel like it's good for them to show off so that they can make money or become influencers or whatever. That's, if it's good for them, then that's cool.
Do you think we've lost sort of storytelling ability as Africans? Because that has also come up a lot on this show and generally, where they said, okay, Nollywood started up a certain way. We told very authentic stories, which is why it became very popular across the world.
Right.
Because it was very original.
Right.
Now there's been a tilt to more comedy and a lot of romantic drama.
Yeah.
Which could be any country.
Right.
Romantic dramas are very sort of, there's nothing quote unquote authentically Nigerian about romantic dramas.
Right.
Do you think we've kind of lost the plot?
I wouldn't think so, because I feel like an actor gets his script and he gets paid and he gets on set, whether or not it's a village story or contemporary. Do you get? But I'll speak for myself. One of I feel like what actually projected me to the world is telling African stories.
Yes.
I like to play village roles. Those are the kind of roles that really brought me out. Yeah, it's called epic. Yeah. So those are the kind of stories that really brought me out, and I like to do them because they tell our stories as Africans.
So where I talked about 2010 to 2020. Where do you want to see not just Mike Godson now, the industry going? Because yes, Nollywood is definitely not what it was in '92. Definitely isn't what it was in 2010. Right. There's a huge sort of growth that we've seen, but there's also sort of a consensus with people that it doesn't seem to be growing as quickly as we want it to. The music industry seems to be doing amazing. I mean, a lot of people are sustaining their lives just being musicians in Nigeria now. We can't seem to see a lot of that for actors. Where do you want to see Nollywood? Do you think we're heading there?
I see Nollywood going farther, than it has gone already. I feel like we have to keep changing the narrative. You understand? People already know us. I travel around the world and I get love from a lot of people. So it shows that people love us and people love what we do. Do you understand? We have lots of brilliant filmmakers in the business now. People like Mo Abudu, Ememi Song, to name a few, to get, and they're doing amazingly well. So I see Nollywood growing and going to places, to be very honest.
How have you coped with COVID? Because most people have not worked literally since March. Or some people all year even. How has money come in? How have you been able to diversify? If it's a passion, some people say if you're passionate about something, your hand goes to scratch because you're not doing that thing you love.
I know. It's to be honest, it was a bad time. Honestly, it took everybody unawares. Yeah. In fact, we were the first people who started the lockdown, because you remember we had attended the AMVCAs and the Lagos state government had put out a post to tell us, okay, whoever was there, go. So we started the lockdown until the whole of Lagos joined, the whole of the world and everything. So it was a bad time for everybody. It affected myself as a businessman because I couldn't deliver products to some of the companies I supplied to, and I wasn't making money because the pandemic affected all the industries, cinemas, revenues, everything. But I mean, we're still alive. We're still surviving. Yeah.
Anything we should be looking forward to, Mike Godson, in the rest of the year or coming soon?
Oh yeah, I've actually been working on a few projects, and very soon the world will see it. Yeah.
Did everyone want to give us a small hint of the name?
No names.
Well, thank you for being here today.
I appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate you coming.
Thank you very much.